Good morning. It's Monday and I'm Nancy Joy. As usual, these reflections are, they're sort of like my blog on what I'm going through on my path, but also eventually I feel that they're helpful to share for everybody because usually something great comes out of the process for us all. And this time it was, this is the quote, and it's actually from me. In some ways, I came to this place that the real struggle is not in what we are at all, but it's in the pattern of trying to find out who that is through the eyes of another. In other words, it's who am I? What am I here to do? We're so wanting to know that. But where we're looking to discover that is through, oftentimes through the people closest to us and others and how they perceive us. And then that sets us off on, well, am I really like that? Or I didn't see myself that way. It's kind of like looking in the mirror and deciding if that's the real you or the you who's looking in the mirror. And that really took me places. I was sitting there one afternoon and as the observer, as I do often, I allow the stream of consciousness, the stream of my thoughts to flow through me. And it was streaming me through my absolute closest relationships in my life at this moment in time. Would be, of course, my husband, Mark, my two sons, Slater and Bo, and my dear friends, 3 or 4 of my very dear friends, my sister, who I just spent a great week with in New York City. And, as I was watching that stream of consciousness flow through how they perceive me and all of that, feelings came up for me. And it took me to this aha moment, which is this quote. The struggle isn't trying to figure out who we are. Somewhere in us, we know who we are. The struggle comes from trying to sift that through everyone else's perceptions. So my big aha and advice and new knowing inside of me is to come to who I am and allow the other perceptions to be kind of like the expansion or the glitter or refractions, reflections, rhinestones or diamonds around your beingness, decorations almost that add luster to who you are, but are not in essence in themselves who you are. Could take you to that famous fairy tale of the Emperor's New Clothes. When people see you, who you really are is when you are really being who you really are. So it's food for thought this Monday morning, and it did help me really come to a peaceful center. And so if you're struggling, I would say if you're struggling with what someone has said about you or how they perceived you or what they've said about you to you, take a deep breath. Take a deep breath and let that stream of consciousness flow through, honoring the feelings, but seeing yourself for the truth of who you know yourself to be. And that requires faith and knowing. But when you allow yourself to go to your personal center, that is your God self. That is all. That is what is. That is what exists. So enjoy your week this week, and can you believe we're already going into the second week in November? Wow, time is flying. So we'll see you next week on the 15th, and have a great week. Bye.